Today we're in the Arizona Trading LLC in Sierra Vista, Arizona.
People also often feel like they're being touched.
When I hear a loud bang, I turn around. This painting right here is leaning up against the wall.
Hey everybody, it's Justin from Project Paranormal AZ, and today we're in the Arizona Trading LLC in Sierra Vista, Arizona, where we're in a very older building that has been around since back in the 1960s or 70s, but is on a spot that is known for a lot of original history in this town. This whole store is filled to the brim with all sorts of knickknacks, but there are reports of odd things happening here. And tonight on this episode we have Dan, Mark, Adam, and Teresa helping with the investigation. We've heard a lot of little things happening over the years here, and actually even something happened right in this hallway to us before we even got cameras rolling. Yeah, it's getting a little spooky here.
I'm Gwendolyn McCabe, and we're at Arizona Trading LLC. My dad started this business about 12 years ago. He was a collector of all kinds of antiques and jewelry from various sources. And a lot of mysterious things happen while we're here and in this building. Things that go on is when we're talking about the spirits, sometimes the lights will go out or flicker. The mechanics next door, he's had 3 mechanics pass in the last few years. Over there, batteries die overnight. They can order a brand new battery, come in the next morning, and all will be dead. I get a lot of customers. One that sticks out the most to me is a 13-year-old. She came down in absolute tears, holding onto her grandmother's arm, just shaking, that she was so scared of what was upstairs. She couldn't explain it. People also often feel like they're being touched, like poked on the back or touched on the shoulder, or their hair touched or tugged. The biggest thing, the most physical thing I've seen is upstairs in the very back of the building on a 6-foot shelf, there were bike helmets. And I was the only one here. I closed up, shut off all the lights. The hall was clear. The next morning I come to turn on the lights and one of those bike helmets went from upstairs, downstairs in the hallway. Again, they're not sure if the spirits are this place, the cemetery, or the items. Sometimes someone will pick up a piece of jewelry or something and think that something was attached to it. I'm hoping that we're not imagining this. I mean, there's really too many people for us to be imagining this. But just to have some proof would be really nice.
So basically we just had an event happen. Basically I just walked down this hallway. I was gonna try to go to the baby seat. I'm basically walking down this hallway and I get about right here. When I hear a loud bang, I turn around. This painting right here is leaning up against the wall.
Yeah, we all heard it bang, and that's a big painting to move on its own.
You already down there, Mark?
Yeah, Mark's down there.
That's creepy. All right, we're gonna go into a section where a little boy earlier was saying that he saw something. Mark, what did the little boy say?
There was a girl ghost, a lady ghost.
A lady ghost.
Watch the table. So right here in front of the TV, he was obsessed about the TV and this whole shelf. So he touched everything on here, but especially this snow globe. I think that's fine. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. I'm not getting any readings at all. It's flat.
Turn them on so I can see it, Justin.
Weird, I turned it and then it stops. It's only, that's weird, it's only towards me.
Yeah. Usually electric fields can do that.
Let me see. That's what I never understood about some of these readers. You get different.
No, electric fields are like paper clips.
I guess that's the one thing I can say about this building is there's a lot of weird EMF spikes.
Nothing on the lower shelves. Oh.
A little boy over here said there was some entity that he could see. Is there anyone here that would like to speak with us tonight? What says you, Captain Morgan? Is that somebody's phone?
No, you're hearing the
Ordering.
Oh, gosh, that gets me every time.
What were you?
We're right, you know.
The Filibertos.
We're right next to a Filiberto's restaurant,
Yeah.
so we can hear a to-go, like a order takeout noise, and so it's almost like, is that an EVP? And we're like, no, that's 2 tacos, rice, and beans. A lot of collectibles here. Like I said, a lot of interesting items and artifacts. So if you see anything you like and you're ever in Sierra Vista, Arizona, definitely come check them out. But we have to be very careful where we're walking, where we're stepping in the dark. We don't want to trip and fall, break anything. As you've already seen in the episode, you know, this painting just fell. We don't know. Maybe it was by Dan walking by fast, but we've been walking in and out of that hallway all throughout the last, 30 minutes to an hour, and nothing. So this is another section. Kind of wraps around. There's Mark doing some more readings. Goes back to the main entry. There's a really kind of creepy feeling room over here. And I'll admit, yeah, I'm with Mark on this one. Coming in this room feels weird. I don't know if it's the tall ceilings. I don't know if it's the color, a combination, these spooky curtains. These are the curtains where they say sometimes if you're by them, you can feel like your hair or you get pulled. Does anybody want to push me right now? Or touch my hair? Did you hear that?
That's Mark.
You think?
Was that one of you guys
What?
making noises?
That was Mark.
What kind of noise?
I guess creaking.
Yeah.
No. Our ribs already sitting down.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. They were sitting in a chair. But now we'll go check out upstairs. Is the camera down there? Now, in case it hasn't been noted in the episode already, I placed a ball at the top of the stairs here. And it's right on the edge. So, I'm hoping we can communicate and maybe it can push the ball down for us, or at some point push that ball down for us if it wants to engage with that item. The most interesting thing about this building is that it's not only is it older, but the second floor is very labyrinth. Like there's rooms that offset into other separate rooms, as you can see. This is like another storage area, and then there's yet more rooms, like turns here, with even more areas. It doesn't feel like a very conventional building design. And kind of leads to maybe a feeling of claustrophobia and confusion, which could add to customers having weird experiences in here. Even look at that little TV set thing. I don't even know what that is. What kind of tool that is.
It's an auto analyzer.
Yeah. But, when dealing with paranormal investigations, events, there's things to consider that are environmental that can affect people. Again, claustrophobic areas or labyrinth designs or certain patterns or electrical wiring. There's a lot of things to consider that could cause people to just feel uneasy.
Behind that door.
I believe that's to the animal room, I think. Maybe.
No, because the animal room's right in that
there?
corner,
Well, then
so it points that
this
way.
is probably another bathroom. could cut over to
Well, that's
one
a
of
bathroom, but the door next to you right there.
this
What's that?
is
Not
to
even
the
open?
other room that's right over. Actually, I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is it's the antique, one of the antique rooms.
Yeah, actually, it might be. It might loop around. Yeah, it is. It's got to be to the right here. That's a storage area with a lot of stuff in it. And we'll go to this section here. Again, like I said, this is a huge building with a very odd design. And then you cut over to this area, which leads to this area. Yeah, I would think like that door would lead. Yeah, right there.
Ah, there it is. There's the door.
Yeah, so that's that door right there. So we got a dead end here. We're gonna go back. And as they said, a lot of people feel the most unease up here. But at the same time, there is a lot of confusing orientation up here, combined with there's power cables right outside. Literally, if you look, see those power cables lined up right out there, coming right on the side of the building and up to the building, right to your right. So the theory is that power cables and EMF spikes or hot spots can and do cause potential, sometimes hysteria, elements of illusion, or other oddities. So things to consider when doing an investigation. And this is the final area of the upstairs, the electronic room, which again is being touted from a lot of people to give them the weird feelings and vibes. But again, like, depending what direction you're facing, there is a spike of EMF in this area, but power cables outside could be the cause of it. They're not the kind of EMF readings that you get blips of and aren't there, and then could be a spirit potentially. They're pretty consistent. We come back to a spot, they're there, so that goes to tell us it's more involving power of some sort. Yeah.
All right, let's go for a walk. Yeah. Man, look at all this stuff. Pots and pans. Prong fastener. Yeah, the ceiling is so high in this room. Alright. I just missed that last step. Anybody here with me? If you are me, if you can make something move.
You know, it could just be we just didn't notice. There's like a couple lines of clothes right here on the floor.
Oh.
And we were just like, I mean, maybe that's what's there and we didn't notice, but I was like, I don't think we can see this section of the floor. But
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that there.
But yeah, these things right here are like the creepiest fucking dolls.
Yeah, Dan's got some good light on. I'll take some photos.
I mean,
Do you
they're
want to
just-
swap spots with me to have a closer angle?
No, because I gotta be on Dan's side here.
Okay.
I mean, look at that.
Hold on.
Like a happy old couple to me.
Look at their eyes.
Yes, like if the eyes are like they're beady little eyes.
See anything?
No, I was just gonna ask if there's anything up here or in here. Can you make that ball move for us? Either one, push them.
Ready?
Yeah.
So let's check out my EMF detector that could make noise. I'm just giving you a warning.
Okay, and I've got my EMF too.
That was weird. It was like a difference of temperature
Uh-huh.
coming right past that door. It's elevated, but not spiking.
And if you look though out here, there's power cables
Yeah.
right here. I mean, literally walking up to the building. Alright, let me
Put some things down.
grab this. Alright, walk back
Adjust.
to it. Yeah.
But why in the middle of the hall, in the doorway? Oh, God. And it's gone.
That darn doorbell, I gotta find out if that was there.
That's so short and abrupt. I've never had anything be like a millimeter.
And I don't get like
Who
really anything.
you
with
calling him?
Yeah.
Like I said, if I'm going to go right, that's where we felt that, or heard the beeper go off.
Yeah. Yep. And that lines up.
Almost exactly. Did you touch it? Oh, Justin!
Yeah.
I should move it.
Maybe it's these lights?
No. Huh. That
Did
was
you
weird.
guys make the back door or the doorbell?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was us down here.
Still looking at the movies?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Well, no, I mean, I said something else, but I thought Justin, because he was looking at the movies, but now he's not.
But it did just kind of poop.
Yeah, so just had an experience here with this straw hat. Kind of jumped off the shelf and landed at my feet. Can't really explain it. We weren't touching anything.
And I was literally just standing there.
Yeah.
Right before that. And then I walked past it and then it flew right down in front of you.
Alright, I'll keep rolling.
Three electricians look at it. There's,
I see. It's like where the air ducts are too, and air vents and stuff.
yeah, so we piled more stuff in there, but
You just
I
don't
don't know.
like
I
that.
just
Okay.
this one's fine as long as you're not standing in it. The second I stand in it, I get like goosebumps and like a
Okay.
I don't know. My heart just starts beating fast.
Okay.
Are you claustrophobic?
I am not.
Okay, no.
No.
Like, you know, it's a question, you know. If there's anyone here that would like to communicate with us, we just want to know that you're with us. Can you move something or push something off one of these shelves? We really want to communicate with you and know that you're here or why you're here.
So while you guys were upstairs, I was being here doing a silent moment to hear sounds, and I could hear both of your footsteps upstairs. And then I thought was both footsteps upstairs, and then I heard, which came from the back behind me, a sound of like someone sitting in a wooden chair. Dan had mentioned earlier that he saw a new or a old antique style wooden office chair, so I thought it was him sitting back there. So it creeped me out because I thought, well, maybe he's trying to like catch me. He knows, you know, he likes to play pranks like that, don't you, Dan? So
Oh, boy.
I thought it was him. But both of you guys just came down from upstairs, so we're gonna go back there, see what we see.
Let's take a look at that chair. Did you hear that? Like a little girl?
Yeah.
Huh?
So that's like the second time we've heard that. All right, sit in the chair. Wow, it's almost silent. Almost like that. Get slowly into it and out of it. Yeah, kind of like that. But I hadn't been back here yet, so in my mind, I thought it was like not a rocking chair or a reclining chair, but just like a wooden.
Yeah, wooden rocking chair.
No, not one that rocked at all.
Are you the owner of the chair?
That's a truck outside.
I think spirit of the Dodge Ram.
We'd like you to manifest or move something or reach out to that red light if possible, so we know that you're here with us and we know why you're trying to communicate with us.
And if it wasn't the chair, something else in this room, please make a noise.
So we've been using this very popular app called Spirit Talker. The idea is that this thing can generate phrases or words that perhaps the spirits are using or trying to communicate. This latest string of them, though, has been very interesting because it's been talking about getting away from here You've got to go.
Inside.
Yeah, we're inside. Be quiet and listen. This is helping me. You've got to go. Then it mentioned village and stone, and then the thing it mentioned just before what you just heard right now inside was my name is Alice. So maybe that's a spirit we're talking with or dealing with is Alice. But whatever this string of data or this app, whatever it is, it just seems to have it been on this kick of like almost like, hey, we need to go or we need to get out of here. And then one of the things it mentioned was a basement holds darkness. Well, as far as we're tracking, and pretty sure as far as the owner's tracking, there's no basement here. But was there one at some point?
It's upstairs and it's talking about us. That this is...
It's basement. Yeah, that's a good thought. So, but that would mean the first floor holds the darkness, if that's what's that to be believed.
That could be true.
So.
Footsteps.
So the voice app just said the word footsteps. Both Dan and Justin are right above me right now. You can definitely hear footsteps on the ceiling. Sounds like you're pretty aware of what's going on. Are you close? If you're close, reach out to the red light. Anybody? You like this music?
Great.
Okay, great. You like this music? Sounds great.
Shoes.
Shoes. Why would you say shoes? The voice app just said shoes. Both Dan or Justin started running upstairs.
Dream camera.
Oh shit.
What?
I just went nuts as soon as you came around that corner there.
Really?
We've
Were
been
you-
having a good conversation, me and the
We
ghost.
thought we heard you at one point.
Yeah, I'm talking to the ghost down here.
I'm by your side.
Yeah, I felt something touch me too.
For real?
Yeah. So right before you were running, somebody was running. It said shoes, and I heard boom, 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 boom.
Alright, there's a room here that has very old objects. And so me and Justin are gonna head up there and we're gonna inspect that room. I figure, I don't know, in my experience, any gathering of things that old could bring about something. And that's what we're hoping for. So we're just making our way up here. Those garbage bags freaked me out. Here is the room with all the oldest things in it. Really old scale. Here, get inside, Justin.
Oh, that big chest.
Yeah.
Anybody in there?
Oh my god, I heard that.
Oh god.
I wonder, did we get that? Did we get that? This old pressure cooker and frying pan. Dude, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Like a knocking on the other side of that wall.
Yeah.
Okay, like, this is seriously, like, starting to creep me out. Can you do that again? I heard Mark.
Yeah.
Maybe he's asking, I wonder what questions he's asking. Maybe we're getting the responses to his questions
Maybe.
up here. You know, I don't think I saw a VCR in here. She said there's one. A walker. Wasn't that one of the words?
Oh yeah, you're right. Walker. That was one of the words. There it is, a walker.
Yeah.
Come on, push something over. I dare you. Knock something over right now. What is that up there? Cano scan.
An image scanner.
Cano scan. Wait, what is is that a Canon scan?
Cano scan.
Marker 2?
There's somebody in our group named Mark.
That's true. Good to God.
I guess it was these paper clips.
And this would conclude our investigation over the 2 nights where we experienced various activity in the Arizona Trading LLC building. And we would like to give a huge thank you to Gwen and her family for allowing us to investigate this building. We feel while there may have been a ton of activity at one point occurring, it seems things have died down or calmed down to a better degree than ever before, both confirmed by Gwen herself and those there in the building. But it still feels as if something remains. What that may be, spirits attached to antiques, spirits over in the old cemetery right next door, we may never know. But what we can tell is that whatever is there doesn't seem malicious or have any ill intent at this time. Thank you for watching, and have a great night. And be sure to follow Project Paranormal for more paranormal investigative work.